You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chilson, and this is my final official Oscar predictions video. And just like I have with my nominees' predictions as well as my nominees' reactions, I decided we're sticking with the live train when it comes to Oscar content for the most part this Oscar season. So we are back for a live predictions video. Now, I have to admit, I am waiting. I'm going to post it in the chat for real if they announce it. But I'm keeping an eye out for the cinematographers to announce their winner. That was like the last holdout, and why this stream is here an hour later than we're used to, because well, they should be announcing it sometime very soon, hopefully. But that's one of my final, like, oof, could go either way type of awards as well. So we shall see. So I see Christian and Leo. Thank you all both. Also, thank you for coming back, because I heard there was a little bit of a weird mix up with the whole timing, and there was a whole nother stream and everything like that. So thank you for coming on back for the proper time. I don't know what happened with that other one. But if you like this video and you want to support the channel, hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos, and so you get notified tomorrow when I drop my best picture ranking, my preferential ballot, if you will. But I'll be ranking all 10 best picture nominees, and then of course either late next Sunday night or early sometime on Monday, I will be uploading my review and recap of the 2022 Academy Awards, including the fashions, the awards, all the big moments. Our hosts will be talking about it all. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the final little bits of awards coverage coming up. But I don't know about y'all. I'm ready. I'm happy to be making this prediction video here, and I will be happy to go ahead and get to the dang ceremony on Sunday. It's 1 week from today. I am ready to put this award season behind us. It has been too long. Academy, I know, COVID and all that, but never, I repeat, never put your ceremony in late March or, God forbid, April, like last year, ever again. This is too late into the year. We're moving on. We're watching 2022 releases. We're trying to turn a new leaf, and here we are on Twitter battling every other week. We're just like cycling through the discourses at this point. It's a new movie every couple days that Twitter is arguing and brawling and fighting over. So, whew, I, for one, will be happy to see this award season come to a close. But let's try to have fun. Let's try to put the drama to the side and have a good time with the Oscars. That's what it's meant for anyway, right? We're not winning anything. So what's all this dang nonsense about constantly? I see, Christian, you said you're making your final predictions on Friday. Probably a good choice. I thought tonight, because the guilds will have been finished here soon, but we'll see. All right, I guess let's jump in. So just for your own reference, the format will be, I will give my personal pick on who I think should win each and every one of the 23 categories for the Academy Awards, and then I will follow that up with who I think will actually win each and every category. So there'll be a who I want to win, if in a dream world, who I would pick, and then my final official prediction on who will win each award. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this thing. And I have to jump in with the one I am least knowledgeable about. I unfortunately did not get the chance to get out and see those documentary short films. I know a couple of them. I think 3 are on Netflix. So I will be watching those 3 at least that I have easy access to before next Sunday. So this might be the one that, I don't know, changes. It's also one of the more difficult ones to predict. But when it comes to best documentary short film, I can't say who I think should win because I'm ill-informed on that front. But on who I think will win, the one I've heard kind of the most buzz about is the one I'm going to go with. And my prediction on who will win documentary short subject is the Queen of Basketball. Hi, L'Oreal. Thanks for dropping in yet again. It's been a lot of live streams recently. Hi, Mike. Thanks for dropping in. It's nice to see some fun faces in the crowd tonight. Yeah, that's kind of where I am right now too, Christian. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I will be picking. I will be fixing that at least and watching the Netflix ones at the least. But Queen of Basketball is my pick. Okay, moving along to best documentary feature film. So this one has gone a couple different ways. We have seen the Directors Guild actually go with Attica. We saw the International Documentary Association went with Flea, but then we had Producers Guild, the sound associations, the BAFTAs. Most places have gone with Soul of Summer when it comes to best documentary feature. Now, who I would personally pick, well, it's Flea. I just loved Flea. I don't think it's going to win in either of the other 2 categories either. If it were to pull an upset, I think documentary is the most likely area that Flea could pull an upset, but I would pick Flea. So that's my pick on who should win. Who will win? Summer of Soul. It has been stacking up the precursors leading in. It's the easy front runner. If there is a film to upset it, I do think it would be Flea at this point, but it's hard not to pick Summer of Soul when it comes to documentary feature. Oh, it's your favorite as well. I mean, yeah, it's a really good documentary. So all right, moving along to one of the many locked up categories, I'd say. We have visual effects. And this one, on who should win, well, out of the nominees at least, is an easy one for me. Dune should win. The visual effects blow all of these other films out of the water. I'm still a little bit bitter that Godzilla v. Kong did not get in. I'm just going to say it. But even with Godzilla, it's still Dune. And when it comes down to who will win, it has the Critics' Choice, it has the BAFTA, it has the Visual Effects Society. It's Dune. This is one of the biggest locks of the night. Dune has best visual effects in the bag. No need for debate on this one. Oh, well, Leo's a little sad about No Way Home, but I'm sorry, Leo. No Way Home doesn't stand a chance. Dune has got it. I'm also quite baffled, Tyler, so you are not alone. Free Guy getting in over GVK or Eternals is an absolute travesty. All right. Moving on to our next award, we have Best Production Design. Now, on who I personally think should win, well, that's Nightmare Alley. I don't know if it's the time period or what, but that production design on Nightmare Alley is so immaculate, right down to such tiny details and the things he built and the places that he created, whether it be with the carnival and that circus setting or the more, neo decor. I just think Nightmare Alley's production design was top tier and really, really detailed in comparison to the other nominees. It did win an Art Directors Award, so it has that. However, I'm not picking Nightmare Alley to win. My official prediction on who will win production design is Dune. It also won at the art directors. It also won the BAFTA, and then it won at the Critics' Choice. Now, I need to preface this. I actually don't think that Critics' Choice is a very good indicator for the Academy Awards, um, especially this year since they literally just kind of like followed what was popular. um, but I do think Dune has the edge in the category. So I am picking Dune once again. Macbeth Dune was stunning, though. Yeah, it was a really strong year for production design, Christian. West Side Story has beautiful production. Power of the Dog, Tragedy. Oh, Tragedy is best production design is actually really stellar. Yeah, I think Dune will win because it has won everything. I do think Nightmare Alley is the runner-up currently. I think if there's going to be an upset, it's going to be Nightmare Alley. This is its really only great shot at sneaking one, but I still think it's going to be Dune. All right, moving along to another quite easy category to predict. We have Best International Feature. And once again, my pick on who should win, probably not the popular choice. I think Flea should win. Flea was my favorite international feature of the bunch. I really did like Drive My Car. I thought Worst Person in the World was okay. I'm not in love with it like the rest. Hand of God, I wasn't that big a fan of that either, to be honest. Flea is the only one on the list that I just really, really loved. So that would be my personal pick on who should win international feature. But we all already know Drive My Car has Best International Feature in the bag. It is the Best Picture nominee. It is the Best Director nominee. It won Critics' Choice. It won BAFTA. It won Golden Globes. It has won everywhere. So I will be stunned if Drive My Car somehow, some way loses Best International Feature. I know Christian. Oh, look, here we go. Christian and Leo. I know the people love Worst Person in the World. I know it's the fan fave, but this is not the category. I think there's one category Worst Person could randomly sneak in, but I don't think it's international feature. Drive My Car, it can't lose this. I mean, just like Parasite before it, the last time we had an international feature up for director and picture. Come on. If they think it's worthy of those, they're certainly going to think it's worthy of this win. Let's see. Oh, well, thank you, Manda. I try on these Oscar videos to ditch the graphic tease every now and again. So, yeah, drive my car. Uh-oh. Oh, look at Kenzie. She's ready to pounce with this worst person. Look, I barely watched it yesterday, so I had to watch it to get this in, y'all. It was rough. It was rough to get to the action, but oh yeah, that's right, Manda. You don't even have HBO Max, so you can't even just watch it on there. All right. Next up, we have a category that I think is a little bit, I mean, they're always wild cards. We have another short category. We're going to do live action short next. This was tough. I actually liked quite a few of these live action shorts this year. Usually, the short films, particularly live action short films and documentary, are really kind of message driven. They're about something. They don't, you're making a short film, you're passionate about it. So it's always tough because a lot of them do resonate with me. Mm, when I went on who should win, I actually picked Please Hold. I thought that the concept was really interesting. I thought it was a really engaging story. It kept me fully engaged from the start to the finish. It was a interesting way to address the topic it was addressing, and I really liked it. It was the most it was the one that kept me most engaged. Honestly, it was my favorite one. So, I would personally pick Please Hold. Now, on who I think will win, another reason these are so hard is because the short categories don't have good precursors. But I'm going to pick The Long Goodbye. I know that's the safe choice, but I tend to lean towards the safe choices in the in the short programs because I don't know. So I'm gonna keep it with the long goodbye. It has Riz Ahmed, it has his power. It also has a very, poignant message, and then we get to hear Riz Ahmed rap. So why not give it an Oscar? So my final pick on who will win the long goodbye. All right. Yes, please hold. Oh, I'm so happy to hear. There was one year that I watched these shorts and I really liked one and everybody else hated it. So, yeah. Oh no. Manda. All right. And Leo, listen, Alamo probably did. AMC was showing all of them. And then the C, not the C film, was it C? Yeah, C Film Center was showing all the documentary shorts. And I went to AMC to watch the live action and the animated shorts. So that's just me, Leo. That's just me. But all right. Next up, we have Best Original Song. Now, this is one that has people racking their brains. A lot of people are quite divided on what's going to happen here. Um, on my end, we all know if Disney had just campaigned the proper song, this would not be any type of question right now. I think we all know. We don't talk about Bruno, it would have had this award in the bag. Disney, you done messed up. Because I really think Bruno would have just snatched it and moved along. It would have been over. For my pick on who I think should win, I'm gonna go with Dos Oruguitas. I love it. I do. I know it's the ballad from Encanto, but it's such an emotional, beautiful piece. I love the oh, there we go. See? Oh gosh. Yeah, so I love the scene it correlates with in the film. I love that it's dual language. I really think it's a beautiful song and I would pick Dos Oruguitas for my personal pick. Now Kenzie just dropped some knowledge about this saying it beat Be Alive from King Richard at the Guild of Music Supervisors Awards and those were the only two nominated. Hmm. I was thinking it was Beyonce because she's Beyonce and they changed the Vax rules for her. Oop! Uh, oh, look at them. Now we throwing daggers. Um, I'm struggling. So I'm still I do think it's between Dos Oruguitas and No Time to Die. Um No Time to Die obviously has the Critics' Choice and the Golden Globe, but it's just so boring. I'm sorry, I do not it's fine. It is fine for an original song, but it's no Skyfall. It's just I don't know. I do think there's a merit to wanting to award Lynn specifically because Encanto is going to win an award, I believe, on Academy Night, but but Lynn won't win for that award. I don't believe he's one of them. So, uh, I'm going to stick with No Time to Die as the winner. I hope we get EGOT Lynn Kenzie, but I don't know. It's a freaking Bond song. It's been out for so long. I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with No Time to Die as my final prediction. It is a tough one. This one is tough. Disney, all you had to do was nominate the proper song from your film. And you would have had this in the bag. We would be having EGOT Lynn for the win, but I'm gonna have to say No Time to Die. Oop. All right, moving along, we have Best Sound. Hmm. For me, it's an easy who should win, Dune. And who will win, Dune. That I mean, this is one of the categories Dune I think has a stranglehold on. I don't know what else in this category could even really mount a challenge at this point against Dune. It's over, and I think rightfully so. I think Dune has the best sound. So, bloop. Mark Dune down for another technical award. All right. Moving right along, we have Best Original Score. Well, who should win? For me, Dune by a landslide. I loved Encanto's score. Actually, I thought Don't Look Up. The score was one of the best aspects to the film. Parallel Mothers actually had a riveting score, and Power of the Dog had a good score, but that Dune score literally just blew me away. Actually, watch it in Dolby. The score damn near literally blew me right back on out the theater. Oh, hi Mina. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I don't think B is gonna get it. Uh who will win? Best original score? Dune. I mean, this one is another one. It's locked up. I mean, Encanto did just win over Dune for one of the sound guilds. So there is that. There is that. But I can't imagine that Dune and Denis, not Denis, Dune and Hans don't take home best original score. So mark another one down in the technicals for Dune. Ooh, all right, Leo. Okay. But yes, Parallel Mothers did have a fantastic score. Now that you're in here, Kenzie, I need you to drop as soon as the Cinematography Guild Association announces their winner, please. Okay, girl, you hear me? I know you are keeping an eye over there, and I need you to drop it in the chat immediately who they pick. Um, because we gonna keep pushing Cinematography because I'm still the slightest hung up on it. So I need them to help me or completely throw me into disarray. All right. Next up, after Best Original Score, we have Best Makeup and Hair by Christian. Thank you so much for stopping in. Now I'm going to have a controversial take, even though it's one, if you've been watching my Oscar content, shouldn't surprise you. I think Coming to America should win Best Makeup and Hair. I've pretty much been saying it since I watched that movie. I honestly just thought the hair work that was done specifically was so amazing. Not only original, but I mean, it was just so amazing. And the makeup work was so fantastic. Honestly, I'm still a little bit sad it didn't get in for costume too. It's amazing. Look, I wasn't a big fan of Coming to America either. I don't think it's a great film, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't award the people who showed up and did their job damn well. And I'm telling you, yes, Kenzie. I'm telling you, that hair and makeup in Coming to America was so good. So if it were up to me, I would be voting for Coming to America to win. Unfortunately, I don't think it has a chance because, a lot of times every now and again with hair and makeup we get a Suicide Squad and they pick a film they hated. But I have to agree with you on this one, Mina. I have to agree. I think it's going to the Eyes of Tammy Faye for best hair and makeup. This one it has the Critics' Choice and it has the BAFTA. Obviously, it did, I believe, pick up a Makeup and Hair Association. Though Coming to America, amongst the people who know about good hair and makeup, swept. I mean, they awarded it all the awards. I'm telling you, I just think that their guild and their group is a little bit too small to make too much of an effect. Eyes of Tammy Faye, the thing it has going for it, it has kind of like oh, oh my dogs scared me, Lord. Eyes of Tammy Faye has like the Meryl Streep type of thing going for it, where the film was liked enough, but the prosthetics helped get an actress her Oscar. So So I think that's a safe bet. It's a lot of makeup, and they like to award stuff like a lot of makeup. They like to award big prosthetics, face altering prosthetics, rather than, maybe some more intricate and innovative stuff, which is a shame. But yeah, let's see. The Oscar winner for Best Makeup and Hairstyling has shown up with a win at the Guild every year since the Guild started in 2013. Oh. Uh-oh. Well then, look. Mm. Say it can be shaking me up just a little bit, because maybe I think this might be the year it's broken, but that's my guess right now. I'm going with Tammy Faye, though. I mean, I guess I think it could be Cruella. So I guess that's the wild card for me. I don't think it's going to be coming to America still, but I think it could be Cruella, because we'll get to the award I think Cruella is winning momentarily, and they like to pair those pretty often. They like to give hair and makeup and costume design to the same award, to the same film often. But I'm gonna stick with Tammy Faye for now. Hmm. But I'm a little bit shook by that. So, moving right along. Next up, we have Best Costume Design. And who I think should win is Cruella. I loved those costumes. My mouth literally hit the floor when that trash dress happened. When that moment took place before my eyes, my jaw hit the floor. I adored it. It was so much better even than because we kind of got glimpses. No, it was so much better. I loved everything. I thought it really, it was a character in and of itself in that film to me. I loved it. And it should have been. And everything Emma Thompson wore, I mean, Cruella was the costumes darling. So that's easily my pick on who should win. Though I do think Dune would be my number two. I think that those costumes were quite innovative, and I love the practicality of them. I also think Dune is the runner up in this category. I think it's the number two that could upset, but I do think that Cruella will win when it comes to best costume design. So there we go. Oh, you were hoping for Dune to upset. Okay. You were liking those little practical suits over the flashy, huh, Kenzie? All right, so moving right along to best animated short film. This was tough. I didn't know how I felt about a lot of these animated shorts, to be honest. I didn't love them. I didn't hate them. I know a lot of people have really thought this is a fantastic year, and I think it's because it's an adult kind of themed heavy year. Almost all of them had nudity in them, and that was a shock to me. Um, so I was kind of struggling on who I want to win best animated short. Mm, so I'm gonna go. I just. mm, I would probably go with Bestia, because on who I think should win, because it was basically a little like horror. There was some weird stuff in there. They always added in one too many. Like we had bestiality going on. I mean, it was some of it was too much. We had, I don't even know right. See, you was watching too early. 9 a.m. I would have been shook watching them Oscar nominated shorts. They were crazier than the live action this year. Um yeah, I think maybe I would give the slight edge. So there's that. And then for who I think will win, once Leo, yes, homegirl got eaten out by her dog in one of these animated shorts. Uh, but who I think will win Best Animated Short, again, I'm gonna go the safe route. It's Netflix. It is it's Netflix, and oh god, I'm blanking on the freaking studio, and I love them. Wallace and Gromit, Chicken Run, Aardman, and it's Aardman. I'm gonna go with Robin. It has a all-star voicing cast. It's easily accessible. People can watch it on Netflix, and it has not a major studio, but a beloved studio behind it. So, yeah. Oh, you saw the scene, Leo, or you saw people talking about that mess? See, no. Yeah, I'll go Robin for my pick on who will win animated short film. All right, next up, we have animated feature film. Now, who should win is easily Mitchell's vs. the Machines for me. We've been championing this little film. It's the little engine that could. I thought it was going to get snubbed for a minute for the category altogether. It was one of my top 5 favorite films of 2021. I adore Mitchell's. I love a lot. I love Encanto, I love Flea, and I love Raya and the Last Dragon. That's it. That 5th one, it's over there. But I love 4 of the 5 nominees, but for me, it's Mitchell's. It's more innovative in style. It's the most innovative in terms of its screenwriting, I think. It's a great film, and I'm sad because I still don't believe it will win. It did win the Critics' Choice. It did win the Annie Award, but I can't ignore Encanto. I still think who will win is Encanto. It just won the Producers Guild. It's winning for the sound categories, the script. It's just BAFTA, visual effects, ACE, editing, all of it. Golden Globes. I mean, really, it's just all. What makes me think that is that all of the different guilds have awarded Encanto. And so I think accumulatively, they're going to award Encanto one more time and give it the actual Oscar. I mean, I agree, Kenzie. I agree. Ooh, well, if I were to replace one, I'm telling you, Pixar ain't making it in the lineup this year if it were up to me. But that's just my choice. But yeah, I think Luca. I mean, not Luca. Lord have mercy. I think that Encanto wins and gets Disney Pixar back on a streak. Spider-Verse, you broke the monopoly for 1 year, but Soul. Now this year, I think we're back on the Disney Pixar streak. So, ooh, yeah. I mean, all right. Well then, we have best film editing. One of those categories that has been racking my brain, y'all. Best film editing. It's just so all over the place that I struggle with settling on who I think will win. Now, this may be a shock. I'm actually going to pick King Richard as who should win this award. Now, why do I think King Richard should win? It's because when the film is being a drama, the editing doesn't get in your way. The editing just makes the film flow. And then when we kick over to the sports drama aspect, when we're in those tennis matches, I remember Leo watched this with me at the Denver Film Festival. One of the things we walked out of the film talking about was just how clean, how nicely those tennis matches were edited. I mean, the editing in those matches was pretty fantastic. And I think it really just balances all of that. It's not in your face flashy, it is sleek, it is so well done. That's why I think King Richard should win best editing. Oh, Kenzie agrees. Okay, Kenzie. Yes, Leo, we've got some King Richard fans for best editing. I love to see it. Exactly. That's how I feel with King Richard. It has those moments of being more flashy and you can feel the editing, but it only does that when it needs to add that kinetic energy. And then it backs off and just moves the film to a nice pace. So for me, I say King Richard should win. Now, when it comes to who will win, I'm torn between two. I do think King Richard is one of the top 2, but I think it has to contend with Dune. And that is where I'm getting a little bit of those hiccups thrown in. Editing, often goes with a film that is nominated and a film that wins for best sound. And Dune obviously fits that. Um, and obviously all of these, all four of the five have the best picture nomination. So we can only really throw that out. The only thing is every now and again editing goes haywire. That's the fun part about editing. Every now and then editing just goes like bloop and goes off the rails and is like, Ex Machina, come to the stage. Every now and again, they just want to pick somebody. They're like, let's see, who should we pick up in this group? Or they do what Kenzie just mentioned here, and then they're like, let's go ahead and snatch up the worst editing of the whole damn group and pick Bohemian Rhapsody that should have never been involved. Oh, the Ace Award did go to King Richard. Oh God, I'm gonna buck Kenzie on this one. I'm gonna say Dune will win editing. Ugh. This is one of those categories that really is killing me though. I think it's very close. I don't know, but yeah, Ace did go to Tick Tick, and it was over Dune. I will say that Ace went over Dune. But again, are those editors enough? That's my question. We might circle back, but for now, I'm gonna stick Dune in the slot. All right, we're skipping over cinematography because I need a little space for cinematography still for a minute. I'm gonna need them to make a decision to help my decision. But we're gonna move along to best original screenplay, which was also thrown into disarray tonight, wasn't it? They said, take your licorice pizza and shove it. The Writers Guild wanted no part of the pizza, y'all, and they chose Don't Look Up. Lord, so we have Don't Look Up winning one. We have the Writers Guild. We have Licorice Pizza winning at the BAFTAs. And then we have Belfast winning at the Golden Globes and at the Critics' Choice Awards. This is where Kenzie is going ride or die, and she is saying worst person in the world. Listen, at this point, I would not be shocked if anything in this category. I'll say any of the five have got a shot walking into that auditorium on Sunday night because this category is wide open. On who I think should win, y'all gonna hate me. Kenzie, you gonna hate me. I'm sorry. I think it should be I'm not Licorice. I think it should be King Richard who wins. This might just be me being a little bit of a King Richard fan over some of these other films. I don't know. I didn't love The Worst Person in the World. I thought it was good, but I just didn't love it. No, Don't Look Up is the weakest here. I don't understand. Well, I also think Licorice Pizza is not a good script at all, so I don't understand. I'm like, Licorice Pizza, go on. And then Belfast has a perfectly lovely little script, but if we're gonna pick crowd pleaser, like inspirational script, I'm here. I am here for King Richard over Belfast. So my pick is King Richard on who I think should win. Who will win? After the Writers Guild just went ahead and picked Don't Look Up, I'm actually gonna pick Belfast. That's my pick. I think they just helped sweep Licorice Pizza up on out the way. But that was one of their weird recently, the Writers Guild been making some off-the-wall choices that don't translate to the Oscars, and I don't think Don't Look Up will translate. And so I think it is going to be Belfast as my will win for original screenplay. Kenzie, I love it. I would be very happy. Partially because I don't know how Twitter would react, but it wouldn't be full praise, so I would be happy. All right. Adapted screenplay, I think, got pretty much resolved tonight. actually, with the Writers Guild. So original screenplay, I would probably give this to I would give this to Drive My Car, actually. I just think it had a lot of depth. It had a lot of layers to the screenplay. I do think there are places it could have been tidied up and streamlined with the script, but overall, I think Drive My Car had the best of the screenplays in the adapted category. As for what will win, well, after tonight, I think it's Coda. Of course, we just had, the Producers Guild coming on. And then it won for Best Original Screenplay tonight at the Writers Guild. And it also is at the BAFTA. Yeah. Oh, yep. I do think the adaptation, I do as well. That actually was my original pick for who should win was Dune. I was just talking, I think it's Ricky this morning, on how expertly the actual adaptation is done on Dune. I don't think people realize just the actual work of adapting, because that's the thing. Most of these other screenplays, you're basically just judging the screenplay because we're not as familiar with a lot of the works that they're being adapted off of, or they're like oh, I adapted this off of a rough draft of a film I almost made, so it's going in adapted. Dune is an actual adaptation that really does a good job of adapting its source. But yeah, this one, it's going to Coda. I really don't think there's, see, even Kenzie agrees. It's going to Coda. I don't hate it quite as much, but with these other screenplays here, uh, Coda, mm, I don't think so, but obviously they're going to give it to it. So there you go, I suppose. All right. Now on to the most four boring categories of the evening, or four of, I guess. Well, one of them is still somewhat interesting, I suppose. But let's get it on with the acting categories, and that is starting off with supporting actress. Now, my pick, y'all, I didn't realize I was going to be. I knew I was talking up Dune a lot tonight because that's my jam, but I actually didn't realize how much I'd be talking up King Richard tonight because my personal pick on Best Supporting Actress, well, is Anne Dowd, but, nobody cared about Mass and it didn't get anything. So my second pick is actually nominated, and that is Anjanou Alice from King Richard. I just thought she brought so much to that film. There's so much grounded material that she delivers. And I think it's a really layered and beautiful performance that is a great contrast to Will Smith's performance. And maybe it's also partially, being somebody who grew up watching the Williams sisters, a mega fan, if you will. Um, she brought that aura scene energy too. I don't know. She just had such weight and gravitas and everything. She just had everything for me. So I think Anjanou should win. See, yes, Kenzie. I love seeing the ingenue love. Yes. Oh, she was so good. And if they don't use that kitchen scene, come on now. You already know. Um, but who will win? I mean, this one's been locked up since when? Since the movie, even before the movie debuted. Who will win? Ariana DeBose. I mean, it's not really a question. This is one of the easiest picks of the evening. She has won quite literally everything. And she's great. As much as I don't like West Side Story, she is one of the few shining spots. She really just jumps off that screen. And I'm not going to be mad at her winning. I will say this, Hollywood. Um, yes, Lupita Nyong'o is Mexican, but she won for an award that only that really represented her only as a black woman for supporting actress. Now, I'm going to need you to award someone other than Lupita. I'm going to need you to give a Latina an Oscar, an acting Oscar that is not for Anita in West Side Story next, okay? It's cute. We can do it twice, I guess. And but Latinas are playing other roles other than just Anita. Okay? But yes. Kenzie, I hate you. All right. But yeah, Ariana, you're wonderful. You're fabulous. You slayed everyone in that film, including the lead. You made me forget she existed. So I will not be mad at all for Miss DeBose walking up to accept her award on Oscar night. All right, supporting actor. For who I think should win, this is a tough category on who I think should win. Oop! Kenzie clocked the fashion already. um, I am gonna go with Troy Kotzer. Maybe that's a boring pick on who I think should win. I do think he gave a really heartfelt performance. It was one of the most moving aspects of the film. Of course, he had that scene built into the film already, just waiting for the Oscar reel. But I thought I thought he was great, and we all know at this point who will win. Troy Kotzer. It's just like Ariana. This one's a done deal. Early on, though, we thought maybe Cody Smith McPhee could sneak in, but as the award season has gone on, Troy has just dominated. And it'll be great. It'll be a groundbreaking moment in Oscar history. So how can you be mad at that? Getting our first deaf actor, male actor, to win an acting award like this will be wonderful to see. And I think that's been kind of the sentiment that maybe I fumbled the ball on how I spoke, but that's part of the sentiment with Coda is that if nothing else comes out of this, I hope that the work that has been done over the past year or so, advocating for closed captions and advocating for more accessibility for deaf movie-going audiences, catches some sort of fire, and we get more deaf actors in roles. I'll obviously drive my car. We have some representation over there as well. And Troy, if he wins this, hopefully is able to make some sort of kind of impact for the better in that fashion. So there'll be something good, no matter where you stand on Coda. At least we should hope for something good, because let me retract, there will be, because we all know the Academy be like, oh yeah, we did that good thing last year. Let's go ahead and give it to Green Book this year. Let's go ahead and do the exact opposite next year. How about that? Okay, let's walk it back. So I don't trust. I don't trust. Oop. Okay. All right. Now the one. Let's go to the other one. So lead actor. This is another tough one. I love Andrew Garfield. I do. But I've been on the Will Smith train the whole time, y'all. I'm sorry. I know, particularly amongst the film crowd, the film Twitter crowd, the awards Twitter crowd, Will is kind of looked at as, overacting or cheesy or not a good role. um, Again, I've seen Richard Williams for a long time in my life. You could just go watch these damn interviews with that man. Uh, what you gonna do if you're gonna play Richard Williams? You have to sound like Richard Williams. You're gonna have to get down the mannerisms of Richard Williams, and um, it just is what it is. I thought he brought a lot of heart to that film. He brought his charisma into the role, and it just worked for me. So I would give it to Will Smith. And actually, Denzel is probably my number 2 over Andrew. Oop, I'm sorry, Andrew. Denzel was amazing. Denzel was amazing. I'm so glad he didn't get overlooked. Honestly, I think 4 of the 5 are great. That one that got into Cuban Face, we could have left him off the nominee list and put in Peter Dinklage. But 4 out of 5 gave really fantastic performances. So, in honesty, I'm excited that it's the way it's going. I would be pretty happy with any of the 4 getting some due. But yeah, Then who will win? We all already know. It's Will Smith. It's his. It's in the bag. It's over. Just they probably engraved the trophy for Will Smith eons ago. They knew. I think kind of like with Troy. I think there was a moment where the hype of Will lulled a little bit, and it seemed like maybe Andrew or maybe Benedict could like sneak in and snatch it, and then Will just grabbed it back, pulled it on back, and has been pretty much secure ever since. Yeah, it was easily the best performance I've ever seen from Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, we have a Cumberbitch from the jump in Tyler Calvert already in the chat now. Okay. Oh, okay. He's welcoming. He's welcoming you. I thought maybe he would read you for that statement. I wasn't too sure how that might go for you, Kenzie. But Big Willie, he's finally getting that Oscar he's been trying so damn long for. And we're happy to have you, Will Smith, as Academy Award winning actor. It's nice to get another black lead performance winning this award. We love you, Denzel, and I would like for you to get another one. I'm not lying. I would like Denzel to win that. What is it, third? But it'll also be nice to get another black actor in. So, all right, now lead actress. Not tell the truth. Listen, poor Will. He really thought Concussion was getting it. He really thought Concussion was gonna be that bitch at the Oscars, and they said, "I mean, I guess we'll let you in on the nominees, but get this on out of here." All right, lead actress. Who should win easily? Kristen Stewart. I don't care. I've been on that K-Stew train from the jump. I don't know why the Academy and these little folks have been trying to downplay Spencer and my girl K-Stew for the longest. The critics did all they could and made sure she at least got a nomination. She is my pick for who should win. I'm sorry. Just hands down, period, is who I would pick to win Best Actress. She won't, unfortunately. And I've come to peace with it. Stewart getting nominated was my victory because I had fully braced myself. I was in depression mode, but I was in acceptance depression mode on Oscar nominee morning, and I just accepted she was going to get snubbed. And so the fact that she's even here in contention, that was my win. That was my win. She's been campaigning hard, though. I will say that K-Stu been on that damn campaign trail, so now who I think will win? Oh God, y'all, do you understand? I will, if they go back to Golden Globe style and they give this award to Nicole Kidman for this, I will flip my lid, y'all. I think her time has passed, thankfully. And clearly, the Academy did not love being the Ricardos as much as some of these other voting bodies did. But if Nicole Kidman wins for that Lucille Ball, burn it all. Burn it all down. I will be so mad. But I don't think she's going to win. Thankfully. My pick is Jessica Chastain. After the SAG, she got the Critics' Choice. It's a biopic role. It's a, look at this person in these prosthetics role, a transformation role, and she's in the category of one of the folks that's like, maybe it's her time. We've nominated her, 3 times now. We should have nominated her even for a couple roles she didn't get nominated for. She should have actually already won an Academy Award at this point. And so, although they don't love the film, and I think she's gathering goodwill, like with what she's been doing. She's skipping out on that red carpet, or so she's. Can you imagine if we see her ass out there on the red carpet when she made that whole public display? Ooh, Jessica, you will be drugged, girl. We will commence to dragging that ass if we see you out there on that red carpet when they're announcing those awards now. Let it be known, ma'am. But I do think that got her some goodwill. I think most people tend to like her other than Grace. And let's just be real. All of Twitter wants her to win just for that moment, right? Right? Don't we want her to win just so we can see it in real time? I will be tagging. I'm sorry. I know it's wrong. I know we talk about not bullying people and not tagging them in our posts. I will be tagging her instantly. Come Sunday night if Jessica Chastain's win. Okay? So I'll be going on tagging homegirl, okay? Oh. Is she wrong? Or is she campaigning? That's the real question, Kenzie. Was she making a display for the morality votes? Or was she just incorrect? Oop! Look, all the mess I have done with Grace, and she still ain't blocked me. So I would be fighting in them comments and dragging her, and she's still, I don't know. I made a whole ass video about her ass on this channel, Miss Grace, and she still ain't blocked me. Is she? I mean, I'm just saying. But I could see Olivia Colman pulling the snipe, snatching a long due Oscar away from another one. Olivia gonna be like, "You thought, ma'am, but this one's mine too. Go sit over in the corner with Glenn and cry about it. How about that?" And I listen. Kenzie knows I did not love The Lost Daughter, but Olivia Colman is fantastic in it. I mean, come on, she's amazing. Penelope is amazing. Kristen, amazing. And you're right. Every single one of them is worthy, except for you, Nicole. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody here for Nicole Kidman win, but the rest, okay. Okay. We'll see if Miss Liv got it in her. Can she snatch another? Ooh. Uh-huh. See, Kenzie is ready. She wants the action. Ooh. All right. I didn't know we were reading that hard now, Kenzie. All right now. All right. What's with these guilds? Wasn't this mess supposed to be announced like an hour and a half ago? They really cramping my style with this goddamn Cinematographer Society Awards, huh? Oh, Leo. Okay. All right. So let's move along to Best Director. We'll do Best Director before we do Best Cinematography. Best Director. It's not. This year was tough for me with Best Director because it should have been Denis Villeneuve, but because the rightful winner was snubbed. So I had to fall back and reevaluate everything I thought I knew about what best directing looked like in 2021. So once I grasped the fact that Denis was not around, and come to peace with they better they better pay respect on that second one, because that's all we're holding out hope for now is you didn't want to do it for the first half, but if you did not do it for the second, it's over. Who I think should win is Jane Campion. I just think she did a really nice job directing that film. It's really well put together. It's a beautifully made film. It's not necessarily amongst my personal favorites. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was good. But Steven Spielberg, he did do a wonderful job. That film is beautiful to look at. I just kind of am like, Spielberg, here's the problem with your directing is you didn't convince me I needed to see another West Side Story ever again. That's where you failed in directing, Spielberg. You didn't direct a film good enough to be like, oh yeah, we did need another one. No. Could have left this one in the drafts for me, but Paul Thomas Anderson. Mm. Hamaguchi, great job. I thought he was great as well. And Kenneth Branagh, I mean, it was basically like a love letter. I think it was a lovely job directing. I don't think it's all that great. So there we go. So easily, it should be Jane Campion for me. And who will it be? Even easier. It's Jane. I know, we had that brief little stint with that hot mess off the cuff comment she made about my girls Venus and Serena, but she made it very clear, I think, her intention behind it, and I think that her apology actually was one of the best apologies. It really showed she meant what she said. You could feel it in her words. She really was like, "Oh, wow. Okay, yes. What I said came out not how it's not what I intended. It's not what I wanted to say, and I should have said something else basically." And I thought her apology actually was really fantastic. I commend her for doing it. It really shows. That's part of been the debate with that, is it really shows who she is as a person, I think, and she rose above it. So she rose above it. She apologized, a heartfelt apology. Obviously, I think Venus and Serena are, oh, they don't care. Part of it is they've been fighting actual toxic peeps for a long time. So they don't care about that. Oh, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, they will do that. Um But I really did like that, and I thought it was a great moment for Jane. I know people were like, "Oh, this is gonna tank her." It wasn't gonna tank her regardless, even if she just ignored it and kept it pushing. I still don't think it would have tanked her. It would have made me a little bit salty personally, but I think it did show a lot about her character. So good on you, Jane, and I think you will be getting a best director uh for it. So good. All right. Well, the freaking cinematographers, I don't know why these guilds think that they need to be going all damn night. That producer guild was running into the wee hours of the morning. Kristen Stewart, her legs were falling asleep and she had to present the last award of the evening. Lord, like, what? Oh, I don't know. These producer guilds, see, they don't care. That's what I'm talking about. They don't care about no time limit Oscars. They'll go all damn night if you let them. So, maybe the Oscars have a point. Now that I'm watching these guilds, maybe the Academy has a point. We need to cut these folks off because they'll just be look. Let me get real with y'all real quick though. Let me look at the time. How am I going to tell other people about them going on and on? See, that's how you do, folks. Every now and then, you just got to hold the mirror up to your own self and be like, Larry, what the hell are you talking about? Other people going on and on when you sitting on this damn live for how long? Anyway, let's talk about some cinematography. And we have, oh, I'm torn. So the two I think should win are the two who I think are vying for the spot, and that's Dune and The Power of the Dog. I would love to see The Power of the Dog win for the historic moment of it all, of being the first female cinematographer to finally win. I mean, we just got our first female nominee a couple years back, which is insane in and of itself. However, I would be lying if I said I thought the cinematography was better than Dune. I'm sorry. I really, let me just, okay, hold on. Let me back it up. Who should win best cinematography? The Green Knight. I'm just saying, it should have been the Green Knight, but for whatever reason, they decided it didn't even deserve a nomination. So here we are. Got to once again, I have to resort to option number two. Okay, and for me, option number two behind the Green Knight was Dune. I think it just, that cinematography is something else. As we get it, and partially, I do think getting to experience it on the big screen. We all rushed out to watch Dune in IMAX and Dolby and just getting the full scope of it on that humongous screen. It's hard not to be enamored. And then Power of the Dog is a streaming film, so maybe it was hurt a little bit by that, but it is expertly shot. Now, who will win? I do think it's between the two of them. Dune won the BAFTA. Power of the Dog won the Critics' Choice. And I'm just gonna side with the BAFTA for now. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say that Dune will win cinematography, and watch the cinematography society come in and throw that all off. So yeah, I picked Dune. All right, and finally, best picture, the big award of the evening. Now y'all already know damn well. We don't think no West Side Story, no Licorice Pizza, Don't Look Up. Y'all shouldn't win nothing. Mm-mm. Shouldn't have even won the nomination you received, if you ask me. But I don't think they should win. My pick on who should win, well, you'll you'll see how much I love it. Yet again, it's Dune. Honestly, it just puts together all of the aspects of filmmaking so beautifully to me. I do think it has a great screenplay. It's the most this is weird saying it because it's a part one, but it just does everything in the filmmaking scene so well that I would pick Dune would be number one on my preferential ballot. Oh, here we go. What does Mina say? Coda won PGA last night. Preferential ballot voting at the Oscars for Best Picture will favor Coda over Power of the Dog. Oscar voting doesn't close until Tuesday night, so Coda has the momentum. I'm really torn. Oh gosh, the Producers Guild really shook things up. So here's the fun part: the Producers Guild also does a preferential ballot. And that's why they're so telling when it comes to Best Picture. And looking over the past decade or so, since we've gone to the preferential ballot over the weighted ballot, um, they've been right on with the Producers Guild almost every time. It's only been twice, 2 or 3 times, I believe, that the Producers Guild hasn't lined up with Best Picture. Coda also won the SAG Award. Power of the Dog didn't even get nominated for Best Ensemble at the SAG. However, Power of the Dog won the Golden Globe and it won the BAFTA. Now, the BAFTA is the biggest kind of voting body, if you will, that translates directly over to the Oscars. And then we have the Critics' Choice. Oh. If I had done this prediction yesterday, I would have said the Power of the Dog was going to win. However, that Producers Guild and the preferential ballot, it has me convinced that Coda is going to win for Best Picture. So my final prediction on who will win Best Picture, I think it has enough goodwill. I think Coda will be landing a lot in the upper to middle halves of the voting system. And it's those type of movies that have really been winning. If you look throughout the 2010s, it's a lot of kind of like, that was nice, Argos and the like, that was a good enough film, Spotlight even, a lot of feel nice, King's Speechy type of films. And I think Coda is going to get that help. So yes, I did predict Coda is going to win all 3 awards it's nominated for on Oscar evening. That will be unprecedented without a director nomination, editing, really any others. It only got 3 nominations, and I'm predicting it's going to win them all. Oh, I don't know if I feel good about that yet or not. I don't know. There's some of these that I'm like, I say final prediction, but girl, if I hop up on my little thing and type it up and give me another one, don't be shook. But I'm gonna lock it in. We're locking it in. Got the red pen. The red means locking it in. I'm gonna lock in Coda Best Picture. Final answer. It's gonna be a close one. And Leo is shook. Me and Mina on the same page with this one, Leo. There's a lot of precedents for both, but we're gonna go with Coda tonight. So that's it. We have a split. If my predictions happen. We're gonna have a Best Picture, Best Director split with Coda and Jane Campion. We'll see. We'll see. And trust me, if Coda does in fact take home that Oscar, or if Power of the Dog at this point, I think it'll be more controversial if Coda wins. Twitter will be a complete blaze. Blaze of fury and anger come Sunday night. So be ready for that if Coda does in fact triumph Sunday evening. But that's it. Those are my predictions. I'm going to leave a pinned comment in this video with my final predictions for all of you who are watching on replay and missed the actual live stream and want to see who it is that I predicted. Let me know. I want to see your full list of Oscar predictions in the comment section down below. Let me know, and let's see how it all turns out next Sunday. And yeah, are you ready for this mess to just be over? Let's get on to 2022, shall we? So that was it. Those were my predictions for the 2022 Oscars. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. I love you all so much for stopping in and continuing to support me in the channel. Thanks, and we'll see you